In this age of expensive fertilizers, erratic and changing weather, let's find out how soil enhancers can help farmers and even entrepreneurs dig dirt rich to turn soil into a small business of gold as they open for business.
Ang pinaka-advocacy po ng kumpanya talaga, more than the farmers being healthy, we actually teach them to be entrepreneurs.
To find alternative way of planting na mas maganda, mas mura ang gastos sa pagtatanim, pero mas tumataas ang yield o yung kita.
We are now open for business.
It is a signal to the world. We are open for business.
There's a whole lot of backstory in every crop harvest. In fact, it's a literal toiling of the soil. There are realities that we as ordinary consumers of rice and other crops do not know of. Behind every crop are challenges like soil conditions, expensive fertilizers, low harvest, and even the adverse effects of typhoons that inundate farmlands. Pag-usapan natin ngayon kung paano muling mabubuhay ang lupa gamit ang organic soil conditioning technology, ang Grand Humus Plus, at kung paano ito makatutulong sa mga magsasaka at pati na rin sa mga balak magnegosyo. Joining us to tell us more about this solution for farmers and even resellers are Red Inc. President and CEO, Red Era, together with the Director for Marketing and Communications, Christine Loyola. Ang usapan natin ngayon ay hindi lang tungkol sa agrikultura. This is also about bringing back hope, dignity, and decent yield for our farmers. How are you, Red and Christine?
We're very excited and we're pleased to meet you, Cesar.
Napag-uusapan natin ang, siyempre sa introduction ko, agriculture, farming, soil. Siyempre, hot na item ito ngayon dahil, di ba, mataas ang presyo ng bigas. Pero, my first question maybe, Red, is, what was your background that you would like to, bring this new product, new technology to farming and agriculture?
Malayo yung background ko sa farming. But my parents, my dad, is also a farmer. Meron silang mga taniman, koprahan. So, close to me yung farming. Along the way, when we had this product, that's the time we saw yung mga problema ng mga farmers natin. Actually, nung simula pa lang, Sir Cesar, parang alam lang natin, mataas ang presyo ng mga bigas, tumataas ang presyo ng mga pagkain natin. But I never really saw the problem of the farmers until I got this product, this new technology ng organic farming. Later on, Sir Cesar, nakita namin yun nga, nagiging acidic na yung lupa, creating mas mababang yield or ani ng mga farmers natin.
I'd like to ask also, Christine, kasi you're very energetic, enthusiastic about this innovation, and so far, this breaks the mold because in the previous episodes of Open for Business, we talked about fintech, we talked about beauty products, and here you are with Red. You are promoting this agricultural product, a soil enhancer. What is new with this? Why the shift to this innovation?
Siguro sa lente ng communications and marketing, full transparency, Sir Cesar, this is just one of our products. Yun, I think, yung tinatry din i-amplify ni Press Red kanina. The first set of products of Red Inc. way back 7 years ago are actually a mixture of supplements. To be very specific, we have Go Green Spirulina. Shout out sa mga gumagamit ng Go Green Spirulina. They reached a point, Sir Cesar, that they want a product that is really uncommon. At the same time, mataas ang demand.
We did some research lang why this topic makes it more exciting. According to the Agriculture, Forestry, and Fishing, there was 7% year-on-year increase in the second quarter of 2025, a rebound from a decline of 2.3% in the same period of the previous year. At ang mga ibang issues na kalakip nito, yung RA 12708, it extends the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund to 2031. And the amended law also increases annual allocation for RCEF, also referred to as Rice Fund, to 30 billion from 10 billion to bolster support for initiatives such as high-quality seed production, farm mechanization, training and extension, improving soil health, pest and disease management, and water management. Meaning, Red and Christine, talagang nakikita, tumataas ang yields natin, pero may mga challenges pa rin. But the fact that the government is really adding budget to the rice fund is that talagang nakikita nila yung need. Marami sa farmers ang hirap sa ani dahil mahina ang klase ng lupa. Tama? So, paano nakakatulong ang soil conditioner katulad ng Grand Humus Plus para buhayin muli ang lupa at pataasin ang ani? I think that's what you were telling me earlier.
Dahil sa rampant usage of synthetic fertilizer, Sir Cesar, no, just imagine years, decades ng paggamit ng synthetic fertilizer, yung lupa nagiging acidic. Oh, hindi naman naiintindihan to ng mga farmers. Ang akala lang nila, baba yung quality ng lupa o dagdagan natin ng synthetic fertilizer. Ang hindi nila naiintindihan dati, kasi ngayon mas aware na yung mga farmers natin na kapag mas maraming inputs na mga synthetic, mas nagiging acidic ang lupa, mas kukonti ang yield or ani. No? Example lang, Sir Cesar, ang pinaka-common na synthetic fertilizer na ginagamit ng mga farmers ngayon, yung tinatawag na triple 14. Pag sinabing triple 14 yun, Sir Cesar, yun yung NPK. Halimbawa, bumili ang isang farmer ng isang kaban ng fertilizer, 50 kilograms. May NPK yon. May nitrogen, may phosphorus, at saka may potassium. Ito yung pinaka-requirement para maganda ang ani. Pero, pag sinabing 14 complete o triple 14, 14% ng 50 kilograms, yun yung nitrogen. 14% ng 50 kilograms, yun yung phosphorus. And 14% ng 50 kilograms, yun yung potassium. So that's 777. That's 21. O, just imagine, Sir Cesar, sa binili mong 50 kilograms, 21 kilograms lang talaga yung pinakikinabangan ng mga farmers. Ano ngayon yung 29 kilograms dun sa isang kaban? Ayun yung binder. Yun yung para hawakan yung nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus.
But why are farmers relying on synthetic fertilizers? Is it because it's the one that's available in the market, or is it the one that's affordable so far?
Yan, tama po kayo, Sir Cesar. Number one, ayun yung readily available. And number two, knowledge about pagtatanim. No, kasi ano na to yung kanilang ginagamit na protocol, pass over lang yan ng kanilang mga ninuno eh. O, tapos kung ano narinig nila sa kapitbahay nila, yun lang din ang ginagawa nila. And when they will think about alternative farming, like organic farming, wala naman silang knowledge doon. Ang thinking lang nila, mag-compose tayo, mag-decompose tayo, tapos yun ang gamitin natin, bumili tayo ng chicken dung, yung mga byproducts ng mga animals, gamitin natin. They don't even understand paano nakakatulong yung mga organic. Isipin nila, laborious, mahal. Isipin mo, alimbawa, 1 hektarya, lalagyan ko ba ito ng lahat ng chicken dung? Saan ako bibili ng maraming byproducts ng mga animals para maging pataba? So, it's laborious, expensive. So, they would go again to synthetic fertilizer.
There were a lot of wellness products under the company up to now, but this is now the flagship. So, and I'm just curious, why the shift to this flagship product? Although, maganda nga yung mga records na hindi ko pa nabasa lahat.
Kerry,
Marami
nakatinya
pa nga.
ako dyan, Sir Cesar.
Oo.
It might sound so dramatic and cheesy, but Red Era is actually known to be organic farming advocate and philanthropy. And I think he will not tell that on air. Bottom line, bakit yun ang aming flagship product? That will go back to actually the heart of the CEO of really more than them having mas maraming ani at mas mataas na kita. Ang pinaka-advocacy po ng kumpanya talaga, more than the farmers being healthy, we actually teach them to be entrepreneurs, which we will try to deep dive, I think, as we go to the conversation. But ang bottom line, actually, when I joined the company, people development-wise and communicating to the world, you know, direct selling, having agricultural products as flagship product. Ang pinaka-advocacy talaga ni Red Era and the whole organization, yung mga nasa laylayan, bukod sa tumataas ang kita, imaginein mo, Sir Cesar, ang anak niya nagtitiktok, nagbebenta ng fertilizer dahil yung panahon ng COVID, yung mga plantito-plantita. Ang asawa po ng mga farmers, nagbebenta na rin po sila. So, dun po actually babalik yung pinaka-deepest reason ng aming presidente na sa direct selling, itong flagship product namin. That's our most authentic intention talaga, doing the business. And keeping, actually, Sir Cesar, nung nag-onboard ako as their marketing director, isang debate, bakit fertilizer ang aming flagship? Sa ganda kong to, dinala ako sa farm po sa Jansan, Isabela, Ozames. Shout out po sa aming mga distributors. But as I get to know the mission, intention, tsaka yung laki ng kita ng mga farmers sa pagbebenta ng ginagamit na nilang fertilizers, ginagamit na nila sa pagtatanim. At dahil alam po nila ang kita, I mean yung ganda ng ani, ang daling ipabenta sa misis niya. O tignan mo, yung aming mais, tignan mo, pag Grand Humus Plus ang gamit, yung mais, yung pinakadulo, yung tip ng mais ba, ay pag Grand Humus Plus po ang gamit, hanggang doon may mais, may mga ngata ba? So,
That's great to know. Back to you, Red. Our research also showed that there are huge market expectations for humic acid, so which is the basic ingredient of this new product, correct? In fact, it is seen to attain a market value of over $1.53 billion by 2032. Malaking bagay ang awareness ng mga tao sa organic or healthy eating. Do you see using organic soil enhancers, especially humic acid, being the trend among farmers now?
That's true, Sir Cesar. Yung mga farmers ngayon, nakakahanap na sila ng mga alternative way, mga modern technology para mas tumaas yung kanilang mga ani. So instead of using synthetic fertilizer, nakikita nila na meron ng mga soil conditioner ngayon na enhancer na makakatulong sa kanilang pagtatanim. Not only that, alam din ng mga farmers natin that synthetic fertilizer nowadays is very hazardous.
yeah, sobra.
Kaya ang life expectancy nga lang ng mga farmers natin ngayon, to think na sila yung nagbibigay sa atin ng pananim, no, is around 60 to 70, mga bata. Now they know na very risky and hazardous ng mga synthetic fertilizer. Nakakahanap sila ngayon ng mga alternative way. Sa tingin ko, talagang magiging trend na to find alternative way of planting na mas maganda, mas mura ang gastos sa pagtatanim, pero mas tumataas ang yield o yung kita.
This is a related question. Paano ito naiiba sa traditional na chemical fertilizers na madalas ginagamit sa mga bukid? Complementary ba sila o substitute?
It can be used both ways, Sir Cesar. Pwede siyang substitute or pwedeng pang complementary. Halimbawa, matagal nang ginagamitan ng synthetic fertilizer yung ekta-ektaryang pananim, no? Hindi naman siya pwedeng kagad tanggalin yung synthetic fertilizer. Ang ginagawa namin or ina-advise namin sa mga farmers namin, halimbawa, they're using 10 kabans. Halimbawa, sa Isabela, they're using 10 to 15 kabans per hectare for 1 hectare sa palay. Kalahati nun, pwede nilang i-retain, pero for every 1 kaban, pwedeng maglagay ng 2 sachet ng Grand Humus Plus. Kasi ang isang sachet natin is 100 grams lang po eh. Pwede siyang fertilizer mixing or pwede naman siyang e-spray.
But there is a specific formula there. Hindi yung kumbaga bara-bara yun na kumbaga, gusto ko 3-5 sachet. Hindi naman ganon. There has to be a specific dosage for each area. Tama?
Dahil sa ganda ng ating product, actually kung ano yung protocol ng farmers natin, napaka-versatile ng product natin, kahit ilan ang ilagay mo, pwede. Basta meron lang minimum na at least for every 1 kaban, 2 ilagay mo.
Okay, that's the minimum.
Yes. Kung gusto nang gawin 3, 4, mas maganda. Siyempre, mas ano siya. It will give a bigger impact kasi mas concentrated yung nilalagay natin sa lupa. Pero babalik tayo dun sa issue ng mga farmers. Gusto kasi nilang kumita ng malaki. So ang talagang layunin ng Grand Humus Plus or ng Red Ink is pababain ng gastos by minimizing the inputs, mga fertilizer, or mas murang mga alternatives na pwedeng ilagay as fertilizer, pero pataasin ang yield. Oh. Kaya kahit dalawa lang yan, dahil sa sobrang epektibo ng product po natin, because of the technology, kahit dalawa lang sa isang kaban, pwede na. In fact, kahit 5 sachets to 10 sachets per hectare, pwede na eh. Very important ang soil quality, Sir Cesar. Kasi dito nanggagaling lahat ng nutrients eh. Oo. Kapag hindi maganda ang lupa, walang pagkukuhanan ng nutrients ang mga crops. Parang tao din, pag hindi magandang kinakain natin, hindi rin magandang pakiramdam natin. Prone din tayo sa mga sickness. Ganon din ang crops. Pag hindi tamang nutrients ang nakukuha niya or very low ang nutrients, madaling atakihin niya ng mga insects, ng mga sakit. Madaling mamatay.
So, halimbawa, farmer ako, Red, and I would want to consult you. I don't have any information about the quality of my soil in my area. Pwede bang ipatawag ko yung expert ninyo muna para, sige, tingnan nyo nga muna itong soil quality ko bago ako bumili ng Grand Humus Plus. May ganun ba?
Siguro mga 13 years ago when we were starting, talagang nagpapadala pa kami ng mga agriculturist, mga soil scientists, to check kung ano yung quality, kung anong pH ng lupa. Kasi doon mo madidetermine kung maganda yung lupa yung quality ng soil Pero, by just observing our farmers, malalaman mo kagad kung acidic ang lupa For example, Sir Cesar, nakita mo yung farmer, naninilaw yung mga kuko. Acidic yan. Acidic yan. Nakita mo yung lupa, ang tigas-tigas na, kahit ano na siya, yung tawag doon, yung prinaw na siya. Okay, nilagyan na ng tubig, matigas pa rin. Acidic yan. Ibig sabihin nun, mahirap tumubo ang pananim. Maraming mga visuals pa lang, kita mo na kagad kung maganda ang lupa o hindi. Tapos tatanungin mo rin sila, ilan ang yield ninyo sa isang ektarya? Malalaman mo kagad, supposedly hindi ganyan na. Sobrang baba niyan. By asking questions sa mga farmers natin, by merely observing the farm, pati yung itsura ng physical ng farmers, malalaman na natin kagad kung maganda ba yung lupa o hindi.
Anong klaseng mga pananim bagay ang Grand Humus Plus? Kasi siyempre, sabi ko nga, nag-usapan natin kanina, bigas. Pero siyempre, marami ding mahilig sa vegetables dito.
Ang kagandahan, Sir Cesar, ng Grand Humus Plus, since it's a soil conditioner, ang talagang pinapaganda niya yung lupa. So, any crops na itinatanim,
name
Pwedeng
it.
palay din. Pwedeng
palay, corn,
Pinya.
sugarcane, pinya,
Pinya.
fruit-bearing trees, vegetables.
Aniya.
Lahat yun pwede. Basta
Wow.
tinatanim sa lupa.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Christine, may mga trial results o farmer case studies na ba kayong pwedeng i-share, lalo na kung gaano kalaki ang naging epekto nito sa ani at kita?
Siguro one evident is, as related sa last question was Sir Cesar, pag sa palay, data-wise, 20% guaranteed increase sa yields. Ibig sabihin, sir, kung ang isang magsasaka ay nakaka-100 kaban, tama,
tama,
Pres?
100.
Pero dahil Grand Humus Plus natin ang ginamit, guaranteed yield na magkakaroon siya ng 120 na kaban.
20%
120% guaranteed increase. More than that, another result na very proud po ang Red Ink, we are in partnership, Sir Cesar, with a lot of cooperatives now. One is the one in Jensen. It's DAR BC. I'm sure everybody knows that. Meron po silang 31,000 po na hectare.
Some of the hectares, ginalagyan po natin ng Grand Humus Plus. And nabilib ho yung ating mga scientists po doon, mga
Yes.
soil agriculturists, soil scientists, because in every stages ng pagtatanim ng pineapple, ginamit po yung ating Grand Humus Plus. And compared dun sa kanilang traditional synthetic fertilizer, malaki yung difference physical pa lang po sa leaves, dun sa mismong laki, kulay, at saka yung mismong fruits. And even the taste po.
Yeah, it's sweeter.
Let's talk about product safety kasi alam naman natin, Napakahalaga nito, di ba? And we have government regulations, especially as you enter into direct selling, multi-level marketing. We have a lot of regulations in terms of those. With the show Open for Business, this is one of the areas where we want to emphasize as well, because people or even small businesses, farmers, entrepreneurs would not be equipped with the right information. They can be misled or they can decide differently. Paano ninyo matitiyak ang kalidad at standard ng produkto bago makarating sa mga magsasaka?
Unang-una, Sir Cesar, para siyang sa food supplement or sa mga gamot, meron tayong FDA. Pag sa fertilizer naman po, may tinatawag na FPA. Sa Fertilizer and Pesticides Authority. So
before you even market that, you have to secure that permit.
Yes.
Diba?
Exactly
And
po.
I think it's similar to food. You have to print it somewhere
Correct.
in the packaging of the product.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And they also have to get some test from the manufacturer, and then sila mismo tinitest nila kung talagang yung product is totoo yung quality. Even the packaging po, may mga labels po doon. They have to make sure that the labels are correct po.
Paano ba nakakarating sa mga magsasaka ang produkto na ito? Because as you mentioned, di ba, you started with wellness products and you touched about this earlier, Christine. So,
Yes.
is this direct selling, dealership, partnership with co-ops, online platforms? Paano ba makakarating ang produkto na ito sa kanila? Kasi like say, for example, ako baka mamaya subukan ko lang. Nagtatanim ako ng kapiranggot na
Talong, gano'n. Santol.
tanong ba o sili?
Santol,
Sa likod
sili.
ng
Sa
bahay ko.
backyard, yes
Sige
po.
nga, masubukan
Yes
nga.
po, yeah po.
Parang
Yes.
ganon.
Ako siguro, Sir Cesar, since millennial ako, I can kick off with one very obvious. We are on TikTok. We're also on Shopee and Lazada.
Okay, so
That's one.
Oo,
Online
so
platform.
they
It's all
can
over the place.
buy it from there.
Yes. One
Okay.
good thing is those are actually our authorized distributors. So they can also get good deals. So online platform, we are all over the place po. May COD pa. That's one.
Okay.
Number two
Okay.
is
Bukod po sa direct selling, using itong mga online selling sa TikTok, sa Lazada, Shopee, sa Facebook, Marketplace, we also have a platform called multi-level marketing. Though maraming tao ang negative about multi-level marketing, we tried to really study this kind of platform. Paano mapapabilis itong product, napakagandang produkto na to the grassroots. And since multi-level marketing is a word of mouth, instead na magbayad tayo ng malalaking mga advertisers, yung mga models or mga endorsers, ang binibigyan natin ngayon ng mas malalaking mga commission ay yung mga mismong gumagamit at diretsong nagbebenta ng produkto natin. Sila na yung mga living testimonies at sila na rin yung nagbebenta. So, gumamit din tayo ng ganyang pamamaraan. We also do multi-level marketing. And for the price of 2,400 pesos only, they can start the business already. And meron na silang tinatawag, uso ngayon, dropshipping.
yes.
So, ibig sabihin, for example, kausap ko, kapitbahay ko, uy, may tanim ka palang sili. Ay, gusto mo, meron akong ginagamit dyan. Wala kang inventory sa bahay mo.
Yes.
Doon mismo sa cellphone mo, anong
Yes.
pangalan mo, anong address mo, telephone number, ilang views ang gusto mo. Pagka-click niya, 2 to 3 days, darating sa kanya yung produkto,
Yeah.
COD,
COD.
tapos pagdating ng after few days, makikita ko sa dashboard ko, uy, may kita pala ako. Kasi nakapagbenta pala ako through dropshipping.
Okay. So assuming with that cost, yung 2,400, may produkto ka na doon.
Yes.
You can make use of the product already and you are a member of that
Yes.
multi-level
Yes, Red
network
Ink,
already.
Pag ginamit po ninyo, Sir Cesar, edi panalo kasi natulungan ka doon sa kailangan mo. Pag may sobra pa, ibinenta mo pa, sobrang tubo na talaga yung makukuha mo.
This is unlike the other products wherein you will immediately see the result, di ba? Parang somehow, siyempre parang may planting season yan. Gaano ba katagal?
Actually, Sir Cesar, sa mga seasoned farmers, kita kagad nila kung merong difference. 1 week, 2 weeks, kita kagad nila yan. Halimbawa, dun sa pagtubo sa palay na lang po. Compared kagad, makikita po kagad nila, sabay sila nung katabi nila na nagtatanim, kita kagad nila, mas mataas yung sa kanila. Kita kagad nila yung kulay,
Yes.
mas green. Kesa dun sa isa na naninilaw. Tapos pag kunwari lumalakas ang hangin, makikita kagad nila yung sa kabila madaling bumagsak. Sa atin nakatayo. Yan. So kita kagad nila. Depende ho sa crops eh.
Christine, you mentioned earlier about the different areas where you've been to, di ba? Saan mo nakita yung, the best result so far nito? You said you were amazed with how, the impact of the product to the farmers. Saan banda yung exciting talaga that you said, okay, this is easy to market?
You know what, Sir Cesar, if I may be very personal as their marketing head, ang pinaka mas exciting part sa akin, Sir Cesar, since I do the training for the people, mas exciting part na ang daling magnegosyo ni farmer kasi nakita, sila yung mismong gumamit, sila yung mismong nagpapataas ng ani, at sila mismo yung lumaki ang kita. If I may just answer your question. Pero on a personal level, saan yung mismong produce? Is that the question you give me?
Yeah, and the areas.
Siguro sa Isabela, very recent po namin, sa Maisan po nila ginamit, sa Isabela branch namin. Vinidyo pa po ito ng aming mga brand partners and farmers. Biruin mo, brand partners na namin, farmers pa. They were very amazed. I'm also personally amazed. Yung mais, can you imagine, Sir Cesar? Usually yung dulo, yung tip, pag hindi po Grand Humus Plus ang gamit, bungi na po ang dulo. Pero sa Grand Humus Plus namin, I'm personally amazed. Kasi may grains ba ang tawag doon, Pres? Meron pang yung bunga is mas mayabong.
Mas mabigat.
Mas mabigat. At pag kinain mo yung mais, mas matamis.
From what I understand, you have also made this product available in the international market. So parang maganda to kasi parang hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas. Kumbaga parang pati sa pang-international pa. Paano nangyari ito and how do you, find the feedback from this?
We also have branch po kasi sa Hong Kong. So that's number 1 po. Sa Hong Kong, maraming OFW po doon, mga kababayan natin nagtatrabaho doon. 80% almost ng mga domestic helpers natin at mga nagtatrabaho sa Hong Kong, meron silang farm pagdating dito sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
So we do our seminars there in Hong Kong sa branch po natin. Doon sila bumibili, pero ang distribution po ng product papunta sa mga kamag-anak nila. So that's number 1, kaya nagkaroon po tayo ng mga international. Kasi itong mga kababayan nating mga OFWs, they have contacts sa Japan, sa Singapore, sa Africa. Like one example, sir, meron kaming isang OFW sa Hong Kong.
Yes.
Nakapag-close siya ng country stockist sa Guinea.
Sa Guinea.
Okay.
Yes, sa Guinea. Through Facebook lang po.
When you say country stockist, bumibili ng marami doon
Opo.
sa area
Isang
na
container
yun.
na po
Isang
yan.
container
What's the
na.
amount,
At sa kanya
Pres?
nabibili. Siya na siya na ang main
Siya na po.
distributor
Opo.
doon.
Yes.
Okay.
Last time, meron tayong mga distributors dito po sa Pilipinas na through Facebook, pinapakita nila paano gamitin, anong result. Tapos sila mismo yung nagpapadala ng sample sa Africa, for example, like sa Nigeria, sa Botswana, sa Cameroon, sa Ivory Coast. Kita kagad nila yung result po eh. Meron nga kami experience sa Sir Cesar. Pupunta na lang sa opisina natin dyan sa May Ortigas. Galing sa Africa. May dala-dala na, pambili na ng mga products natin. First time kong ma-meet because of our social medias. Malaki ring impact ng pandemic time. Because during pandemic time, yung mga tao naghanap ng alternative na gagawin sa bahay and nagkaroon ng mga backyard farming. Yun. So, lumakas yung aming benta actually nung pandemic time. After pandemic nga, lumakas din. We started 2012. 13 years na po. Normally, sir, kasi ang biggest motivator ng distributors natin is, siyempre, kung meron silang nakukuwang income, we made sure po na dito sa platform po ng multi-level marketing, kapag ikaw ay naging distributor po namin, talaga mako-compensate yung ginagawa mong trabaho. Yun. Pero Sir Cesar, sinasabi ko nga sa mga distributors namin, mostly, ng mga masyadong na-engage sa farming, nagiging farmers din po eh.
Considering the benefits of this product and the many research materials and research studies that we saw, there is really a demand for this. So, Are there opportunities for you to, lalo na ang budget nila, laki daw yung sa yung ilang bilyon, alam naman natin, di ba? Parang malaki ang budget ng gobyerno pagdating sa agrikultura. So, do you have plans to work with the Department of Agriculture, LGUs, or other agricultural partners to really expand the access of farmers to this kind of technology?
Modesty aside, Sir Cesar, for the past, I think more than a year now, we are in direct partnerships now of different government offices. We also have a lot of cooperatives now. Shout out sa aming Senior Sales Director, Sir Russell po. For the past mga 2 taon na rin, Sir Cesar, we are in direct partnerships now of different government offices. That's number 1. Even sa DA, sir, we have been supplying. And if I can just drop a number, siguro around 50 to 60 official cooperatives are in partnership with Red Ink now. Just to give you a high-level preview, kumbaga sila na po yung nag-a-avail sa amin ng packages. And sila yung avenue for the people under the cooperatives to actually have livelihood programs and negosyo.
So do you have some sort of road shows where you go to different provinces and talk about this?
Yes. We partner with them in terms of business presentations, product knowledge, like yung mga in-depth knowledge na meron si Red Era. We duplicate it all. Everything is on the face-to-face per se presentation. Meron na rin po for self-paced and video recording.
Are there also trial packages? Kunyari, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Ang mga farmers kasi parang ano muna yan parang hindi na sila tumitingin sa PowerPoint, di ba?
Yes,
Parang
sir.
sila,
Super
patingin
true.
nga, parang ganyan. May ganun ba?
Yes, sir.
Super true.
Minsan nagkipag-usap po kami kila mayor, kila governor, tapos siya po yung nagpapatawag sa mga kapitan, o kaya po siya po yung nagpapatawag sa mga kooperatiba para mag-gather itong mga farmers, itong mga possible distributors natin. So, meron tayong mga free trainings. And tama po kayo, Sir Cesar, meron din po kami mga freebies na binibigay para
Yes.
magamit nila actual yung product natin.
Kung talagang maganda ang produkto ninyo, Red and Christine, ano ang nakakapigil sa paglago nito? I ask that question because, like say, for some CEOs and thought leaders I talk with, parang they somehow compete with big brands, pharma industry, blah, 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 and other manufacturers. So if this is so good, what are the challenges that you are hurdling? Because as you have explained, and with the studies that we read, this is what the farmers need, to improve their productivity.
Number 1 po is the awareness. Because there are a lot of big brands in the market, especially mga synthetic fertilizer. And also, meron silang negative connotation about organic na medyo mahal, laborious, tedious gamitin. So, I think yun yung mga naghihinder sa amin para sana mas ma-showcase namin yung produkto. But through this program, like this po, sa Open for Business, I'm sure millions ang makakapanood po nito. This could be a very good platform na masabi natin sa mga farmers and mga possible distributors na, hey, there's a good technology now and a good product na pwedeng pampalit sa mga synthetic fertilizers na hindi na maririsk yung health ng mga farmers, hindi na maririsk yung mga kumakain ng mga produce nila, at mapapababa pa yung gastos.
Wow, well said. Sa'yo naman, Christine, kasi nag-iiba yung landscape ng marketing ngayon, di ba? And from the traditional, we now have the new media, digital space marketing. So how different is this, from the many wellness products and other commodities that you have marketed so far?
Apparently, very different, especially sa business platform that we have. Kaya, Cesar, minention ko that TikTok and online selling is one of the things that we're trying to amplify. So, ngayon, FYI, even our brand partners, lahat ng distributors, actually, nasa pipeline sila ng paano ba ikikwento na ang Grand Humus Plus ay nagpapataas ng ani at nagpapalaki ng kita sa paraang gusto marinig ng tao. Like yung narinig natin kay Press Red, for sure. Yung mga nakakaalam sa Grand Humus Plus, kinikilig na po sila ngayon. But sa lente ko po as marketing at ang layunin na dumami po ang farmer na maging negosyante, nasa pipeline po ng Red Ink ngayon to actually continuously educate,
educate
lahat ng farmers and brand partners namin na again, sa tulong din ng mga platforms like this, na merong produkto na ginagamit mo na either sa backyard mo o sa farm mo. Dahil ako sobrang yaman ko, may farm ako. At the same time, dahil ginamit ko siya, lalaki din ang kita ko. We're trying to teach them. We are actually now at the stage, Cesar, of teaching our brand partners and distributors how can they echo this to the world. Because what we have is really the first and the most legit and authentic organic fertilizer. That's actually the challenge on my hat.
To add up dun sa sinabi po ni Ma'am Tin, ang ginagawa din nila, hina-highlight din nila yung mga farmers na gumanda yung ani, nagbago yung buhay, using these products. Pag ginagawa nila yun sa marketing, na na-highlight itong mga dating mga farmers na maraming problema, hindi nakapagpaaral ng anak, o kaya na isang layong mga farm, na-highlight nila yon, nakakatulong yun para makapagkwento sa mas marami pang farmers right sa tabi nila. Nakaka-encourage ngayon sa iba't ibang mga probinsya, napapanood ng mga OFWs natin, tapos nakikwento na nila ngayon sa kanila mga kamag-anak.
I am so amazed, and if you can enlighten me or educate me, your target market. Kasi ito, produktong pang-agrikultura na dinala mo sa MLM
yes.
business model. So, syempre, di ba, pagdating sa agrikultura, parang malalaki yan, di ba?
Yes.
Parang I was thinking more of a B2B business model rather than MLM. Pero kayo, how do you creatively position or define who your target market is?
Actually, Sir Cesar, because we have a lot of products, not only for crops, we also have for livestocks, for pets. No?
Yes.
So, ibig sabihin po,
Merong horizontal actually.
when we touch one market, tapos makikita nila, dyan pala sa Red Ink, hindi lang pala to pang agriculture. O kaya, hindi lang pala ito pang mga food supplements. Hindi lang pala to beauty products. Meron din pala ang Red Ink na pang oil, kasi meron din kaming oil, pang additives, pang patipid ng gasolina. Meron pa palang pang pets. Meron pa palang pang agriculture.
It's like a one-stop shop na lahat ng kailangan ng Pilipino nandyan.
Before, nung wala pa si Ma'am Tin, talagang ang ginagawa lang namin, kasama ko yung sales director po namin, talagang lang kami, Sir Cesar, punta kami sa grassroots, pasubok ng products.
Yes.
Pag maganda, bili kayo sa amin But ang ginagawa na nila po ngayon, kinakapitalize na nila ngayon yung socials. First time po nga namin po magkaroon ng ganitong platform na ma-interview kami.
We are very grateful for that because normally this is where startups or businesses go to, especially when they want to present to a larger market. Pero bago natin tapusin ang kwentuhang ito, so ito muna, ano ang pinakamalaking pagbabago sa buhay ng farmer na nakita ninyo dahil sa soil conditioning technology?
Napakadami po namin nakikita. Siyempre, number one, yung pagtaas po ng ani nila.
Yes.
Pag tumaas ang ani nila, sure po yun, tataas ang kita. Pag tumaas ang kita, Sir Cesar, just imagine po, nababayaran nila yung kanilang mga utang na dati nilang mga naranasan. Nakakabawi sila kapag, for example, napakalakas ng typhoon. Siyempre, sira lahat yun. Paano sila babawi? Kailangan susunod na cropping, mataas ang ani. Malaki ang kita, so nakakabawi sila doon. Meron kami mga experience, Sir Cesar, gaya nabanggit ko kanina, nakatubo sila ng kanilang mga nasanglang mga farm. Ngayon, dahil nakikita ng mga anak nila, meron palang negosyo sa farming. Akala ko dati ang farming is pang mahirap na tao lang. Si tatay, si papa, si mama, nag-i-improve na yung buhay. Marami na kaming pera. Nagkakaroon ng sustainability kasi sila na yung magtutuloy. Unlike dati, they want to go out sa field. Mag-aral na lang, iba na lang ang course, iba na lang ang gagawin namin sa buhay. But now they're going back to farming. Kasi may malaking pera talaga sa pagpa-farm.
With what Red mentioned, somehow I feel that there is really a sense of advocacy as well.
Sobra.
So not just the usual multi-level marketing, but there is heart, there is passion, there is that
Legacy.
wisdom and legacy to help. So is that part of the vision now of the company?
Yes, actually, 100%. Actually, kung ano yung deepest why ng presidente, that's one po.
So, sa mga gustong magnegosyo ng Grand Humus Plus, mayroon ba kayong mensahe sa kanila at saan kayo matatagpuan?
Yes, so we are open for business. Maraming salamat, Sir Cesar, sa lahat ng gusto pong subukan ang aming Grand Humus Plus sa inyong mga farm. Pwede niyo po kaming i-contact sa aming Facebook page, Red Inc., REDINC. Meron din po kaming TikTok, Agrikultura. And more than that po, kung gusto niyo pong maging isa sa aming distributor sa halagang 2,498, pwede na po kayong magkaroon ng official, legit agricultural business.
Yes.
Na may kasama, tama pong sinabi ni Sir Cesar, it's inevitable. This business is really relevant to the heart and objective of our President and CEO.
Doon po sa mga kababayan natin na gustong sumubok ng pagnenegosyo, maganda ho talaga kapag sinubukan ho natin itong Grand Humus Plus na ibenta. Not only Grand Humus Plus, we also have products for livestock, no? Kasi siguradong gagamitin to ng mga tao. Pag maganda ho ang produkto, tandaan ho natin yan sa pagnenegosyo, pag maganda ho ang produkto, may maganda hong negosyo. Dito po sa atin, may maganda ho tayong produkto, madali hong ibenta, barato, mura, tatangkilikin talaga ng mga tao. Doon naman po sa mga may negosyo na po, Sir Cesar, you might want also to add this kasi meron naman po tayong tinatawag na dropshipping. Pwede itong gawin ng inyong mga asawa, ng mga anak, ng mga kamag-anak, kahit sa bahay, using your cellphone, gamit ang ating technology na dropshipping. So, kung kayo po ay gustong magdagdag ng negosyo, maganda rin ho ito. Napakamura lang ho.
Wow, this has been a great conversation and I think I'll go back to farming. Okay, that's the Director for Marketing and Communications of Red Inc., Christine Loyola, and the President and CEO of Red Inc., Mr. Red Era. And our buzzword of the week is biodynamic agriculture. It is a form of alternative agriculture based on pseudoscientific and esoteric concepts. It treats soil fertility, plant growth, and livestock care as ecologically interrelated tasks. As an agricultural country, farming remains a crucial sector for everyday consumption and food security. And the soil or dirt that farmers toil on gives back to them when taken care of. As it is, it may not be necessary to complicate things for them too. A simple soil enhancer may help them increase their productivity and yield. With new available innovations, we can have a bountiful harvest that also helps the farmers improve their lives. Dahil kapag umuunlad ang magsasaka, uunlad din ang buong bansa. And with that, our quote of the week is, agriculture is the most healthful, most useful, and most noble employment of man. That's according to George Washington. Maraming salamat sa isang oras na pagsama ninyo sa amin. Maraming salamat, Christine and Red. Maraming salamat sa ating mga manonood na tumunghay sa isang makabuluhang usapan ukol sa negosyo dito lang sa Open for Business. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan nyo kaming muli dito sa Open for Business. Catch us too on Facebook and YouTube. Like and subscribe on our social media page at Net25 TV. We will bring you more insights from industry experts, thought leaders, CEOs, and featured SMEs. Together, let us help encourage business development in the Philippines. Sharpen your business acumen, feel the pulse, and set the trend for as long as you are informed and open for business. Special shout out to Richard Hinola. Ito po si Cesar Vallejos. Marami pong salamat.